What if your dad's job could get you killed? Not because you work there, but because you're just a kid trying to help a friend. 5 high school students decide to rob a drug cartel trap house. They think it's going to be easy money for a good cause, but they have no idea they're about to start a war. This is Trap House, and these kids are in way over their heads. Let's break it down. Our story kicks off with DEA agent Ray Seal and his partner Manny Padilla doing what they do best, going after the cartels. They're undercover, driving an RV, scoping out a gas station near the Mexican border. Ray's the careful type, experienced. Manny's the heart of the team. They're best friends, brothers in arms. The DEA has intel on a major cartel tunnel. They're about to raid it. The tension is high because everyone knows cartel work is dangerous. One wrong move and you're dead. We meet the kids next. Cody Seal, Ray's 18-year-old son. He's a wrestler, confident, maybe too confident. His best friend is Jesse Padilla, Manny's son. Then there's Denny Matthews, whose mom Lizzie is also DEA. Kyle, the nerdy one who's always joking around, and Yvonne, who's smart and cautious. These 5 have grown up together. Their parents all work for the DEA. They're tight. They understand the risks their parents take every single day, but they're also just normal teenagers trying to get through high school. The DEA team executes the tunnel raid. It's intense. Explosions, gunfire, chaos. They move through the underground network, taking out cartel members, seizing cash and drugs. Everything seems to be going according to plan, but then disaster strikes. As they're escaping, a sniper across the Mexican border opens fire. Manny gets hit. He goes down hard. Ray tries to save him, but there's nothing he can do. Manny bleeds out right there. The team is devastated. They've lost one of their own, and Jesse just lost his father. The funeral is heartbreaking. Jesse's world has been shattered. His mom Lizzie is struggling. The DEA death benefits are basically nothing. Medical bills are piling up. They can't afford to keep their house. Jesse and his mom are going to have to move away, either to Abilene to live with relatives or maybe even Spain to be with grandparents. Jesse is losing everything. His dad, his home, his friends, his future, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Cody is angry. He watches his best friend's life fall apart and feels completely helpless. The DEA seized a ton of money in that raid, but none of it goes to help Manny's family. It all goes into the operating budget. Cody thinks that's bullshit. Jesse's dad died getting that money. Shouldn't the family get something? But that's not how it works. The best they can do is set up a GoFundMe. It's not enough, not even close. Then Cody has an idea, a crazy, dangerous, completely reckless idea. He was with his dad at a busted trap house recently. He saw how sloppy the operation was. Just one lookout, one dealer, some junkies sleeping in the corner, bottom of the barrel security. What if they robbed it, took the cartel's money, and gave it to Jesse? The cartel killed his dad. This would be justice, and they could actually help their friend instead of just watching him suffer. He pitches the plan to the group. At first, everyone thinks he's insane. Rob a drug cartel? Are you out of your mind? But Cody is persuasive. He breaks it down. Denny's mom takes her to DEA training exercises, so Denny knows tactics. She also has access to her mom's keys, which means they can borrow equipment from DEA off-site storage. Non-lethal gear only. Tasers, tear gas, protective equipment. Yvonne's dad worked money laundering cases, so she knows how to set up shell companies and clean the cash. Kyle can be the lookout, and Cody will be the driver. They've got all the skills they need. The more they talk about it, the more possible it seems. These aren't just random kids. They've grown up around law enforcement. They've absorbed tactics and strategies their whole lives. They know how the system works, and they're desperate to help Jesse. Finally, they all agree. They're going to do this. For Jesse, for Manny, to prove that loyalty and friendship mean something. They plan the first job carefully. They scout the trap house, set up the approach, go over every detail multiple times. When the night comes, they're nervous but ready. They gear up with gas masks, body armor, everything they borrowed from the DEA storage. Cody drives them to the location. Kyle stays outside as the lookout. Denny, Cody, and Yvonne go in. They hit the place hard and fast, toss in tear gas, rush in while everyone's choking and blind, grab the cash and get out. It's messy, chaotic, terrifying, but it works. They make it back to the car. Kyle hasn't had to call 911. They're all alive. They actually pulled it off. The adrenaline is insane. They can't believe what they just did. Then they count the money. $497. That's it. After all that risk, all that fear, they got less than $500. They're the biggest idiots on the planet. But you know what? They also feel proud. They did something. They stuck together. They helped each other. And nobody got hurt. Maybe this could actually work if they planned better next time. Next time, because Cody's already thinking about the next job. He's got intel from his dad about a money mule called El Viejo, the grumpy old man. This guy collects cash from all the trap houses and distributes it to various businesses for laundering. His van has to be loaded, easily $500,000 or more. That would actually help Jesse and his mom. That would change their lives. Denise is hesitant after the trap house mess, but she agrees to help scout. They follow El Viejo, track his route, study his patterns. He's always followed by 2 armed guards in a sedan. This is going to be way harder than the trap house. They'll need better equipment. Beanbag shotguns to take out the guards, more coordination, better planning. They spend weeks preparing, watching, learning, making sure they know exactly what they're doing. When they finally execute the robbery, it's a whole different level. They set up an ambush on an empty street, use spike strips to disable the follow car. Denise and Kyle take out the guards with beanbag rounds. Cody and Yvonne secure El Viejo. They use tear gas again to disorient him, tase him when he fights back, get the keys to his van, and take off. El Viejo chases them in his own vehicle, trying to stop them, but Kyle hits him with a perfect beanbag shot through the windshield. The old guy goes down. They escape clean. This time, when they check the van, it's full. Cash everywhere. They take it to Yvonne's grandfather's abandoned barn, start counting. It's more money than they've ever seen in their lives, way more than enough to help Jesse. Yvonne sets up the shell companies, starts making small deposits into different accounts to avoid triggering IRS reporting requirements. Then they funnel it all into the GoFundMe, make it look like the campaign went viral on TikTok. Suddenly, Jesse's family has $300,000, enough to buy a house, pay off medical bills, send Jesse to college. It's a miracle. The DEA is confused. They interrogate El Viejo after he turns himself in for witness protection. He describes his attackers: 4 people, 2 men, 2 women, gas masks, beanbag rounds. Professional tactics, but sloppy execution. The DEA starts wondering if it's a rival cartel making a move, or maybe someone inside their own organization leaking information and using it for robberies. Suspicion spreads. Ray and his team start investigating their own people. Meanwhile, the cartel is furious. Benito Cabrera, the violent, paranoid leader, is convinced the DEA is behind the robberies. He wants revenge. He orders his sister Natalia to track down the DEA agents responsible. Natalia is different from Benito, calmer, smarter, more strategic. She's been living in El Paso under a fake identity, running operations on the US side of the border. Now she's going to hunt down every DEA agent and their families. Cody wants to do one more job. He's got information about a beer truck that's actually transporting drugs for the cartel. This could set them all up for life, give them freedom, let them escape El Paso and start fresh somewhere safe. But the others are done. They helped Jesse. Mission accomplished. Time to quit while they're ahead. Denise especially wants out. The stress is getting to her. She collapses at school. Turns out she has a delayed concussion from getting hit during the El Viejo job. She ends up in the hospital. Cody feels terrible. He was being selfish, pushing his friends into danger for his own reasons. Denise helps him understand something important. His dad isn't trying to control him because he thinks he's weak. His dad is terrified of losing his son the same way he lost his wife. That's why he's overprotective. That's why he keeps such a tight leash. It's not about control, it's about love. Cody starts to see his dad differently. Maybe they can actually connect. Maybe he doesn't need to be at war with his father. Cody meets a new girl at school, Teresa. She's smart and pretty and they hit it off immediately. She just moved to El Paso from San Antonio. They become chemistry lab partners, start spending time together. She brings some light into Cody's life, something normal in the middle of all this chaos. He invites her and her mom to dinner at his place. Ray is welcoming. Teresa's mom, Lydia, is friendly. Everything seems great. Cody thinks maybe his life is getting back on track. But then the DEA gets hit. Someone ambushes Ray at home. He barely escapes. Other agents are attacked too. The cartel has found them. Somehow, their cover identities have been compromised. Everyone goes into lockdown mode. Ray tells Cody he can't be out late anymore. 9 o'clock curfew, no exceptions. It's too dangerous. Cody is frustrated, but understands, sort of. He just wants things to be normal. The DEA gets intelligence about a new cartel tunnel. They plan a raid, but when they hit it, it's a trap. Cameras flash, pictures of all the agents in their tactical gear. The cartel was waiting for them. They wanted to document exactly who the DEA team is. Now, Benito has faces to go with names. The hunt is on, and the agents know it. Despite everything, Cody keeps seeing Teresa. He's falling for her. She makes him feel like a regular teenager again. They go hiking, they talk about their families. She understands what it's like to have a complicated relationship with a parent. Her dad left when she was young. Now it's just her and her mom. Cody tells her about losing his mother to leukemia, how his dad changed after that, how alone he's felt. They connect on a deep level. They kiss on the mountain overlook. For a moment, everything feels perfect. Then Cody gets a phone call that shatters his world. It's Teresa, but she's not calling to talk about chemistry homework. She tells him they have Denai. The cartel kidnapped her from the hospital. If Cody doesn't return the beer truck they stole, Denai dies. And if Ray shows up, Denai dies too. Cody has 2 hours to deliver the truck to a specific location, alone. Wait, what beer truck? Cody never stole a beer truck, but his dad did. The DEA intercepted it during a raid. Somehow the cartel thinks Cody's crew is responsible. Or maybe Teresa knows exactly who Cody is. Maybe she's been playing him this whole time. His mind is racing. He doesn't have the truck, but he knows where it is, at the DEA impound. Cody makes an impossible decision. He's going to steal the beer truck from his own father's agency. He breaks into the impound lot, gets the truck, drives it to the location Teresa gave him. It's an abandoned building near the border. He knows it's a trap. He knows he might die, but Denai is his friend. He's not going to let her get killed because of something his dad did. When he arrives, Teresa is there, so is her mom. Except her mom isn't just some random civilian. It's Natalia Cabrera, Benito's sister, the cartel mastermind who's been hunting the DEA agents. Teresa was planted at Cody's school specifically to identify the DEA kids. She got close to him, figured out who his friends were, confirmed his father was DEA, used him to get to the entire team. Everything was a lie. Every moment they shared was manipulation. Cody's heart breaks even as he's terrified for his life. The cartel checks the beer truck, but there's no beer and there's no drugs. The truck is filled with product, fentanyl, packaged and ready for distribution, millions of dollars worth, way more valuable than cash. Benito arrives. He's ecstatic, but he also wants revenge. He orders his men to kill Cody and Denai, make an example of them, show the DEA what happens when you mess with the Cabrera cartel. Cody has one last trick. He reveals that he's wearing what looks like a suicide bomb vest, threatens to blow everything up. Benito hesitates. Is the kid bluffing? Cody learned chemistry. He knows how to make explosives, but is that really a bomb or is it just a prop? Before anyone can figure it out, Cody triggers it. There's a massive explosion. The whole building erupts in flames and chaos. It was real. Cody actually built a bomb, but it was controlled, designed to create maximum destruction while giving him and Denai a chance to escape. They run through the smoke and fire. Benito screams for his men to kill them. Gunfire erupts, then more gunfire from a different direction. The DEA has arrived. Ray figured out where Cody went. He brought the whole team. Now it's a full-scale battle between the DEA and the cartel in an underground tunnel complex near the border. The firefight is brutal, close quarters, lots of casualties. Benito is killed in the crossfire. His men scatter. Natalia tries to escape with Teresa, but she's cornered by DEA agents. In the end, she's shot down. Teresa survives but is taken into custody. The cartel's entire El Paso operation has been destroyed in one night. Years of their work gone, all because 5 kids decided to rob a trap house to help a friend. Ray finds Cody and Denai in the tunnels. They're beaten up, terrified, but alive. Ray knows the truth. He knows his son was behind the robberies. He knows Cody stole from the cartel and brought this whole nightmare down on everyone. But he also knows that if the truth comes out, Cody goes to prison. So Ray makes a choice. He tells Cody and Denai their story is that they were kidnapped from the hospital. The cartel beat them up and brought them here. That's what they tell the other agents. That's what goes in the report. Ray protects his son. Not because what Cody did was right, but because he's his son, and that's what fathers do. In the aftermath, the cartel is crippled. The DEA celebrates a major victory. Jesse's family is stable with their GoFundMe money. No one ever finds out the truth about who really robbed those trap houses. The kids got away with it, but they paid a price. They learned that good intentions don't justify reckless actions. They learned that the adult world is way more dangerous than they thought. And they learned that some lines, once you cross them, you can never go back.
Trap House isn't just an action thriller. It's a story about the cost of loyalty, about how far you'll go to help the people you love. Cody and his friends wanted to do something good. They saw their friends suffering and decided to take action instead of just standing by helplessly. But their good intentions led them into a war between the DEA and a drug cartel. They got in over their heads, put their families in danger, nearly got themselves killed. And in the end, they had to live with the consequences of their choices. The movie shows us that sometimes the right thing and the legal thing aren't the same. Sometimes helping someone means breaking the rules. But it also shows us that actions have consequences. You can't play games with dangerous people and expect to walk away clean. Cody's relationship with his father evolved throughout the story. He learned that his dad's overprotectiveness came from a place of love and fear of loss. And Ray learned that his son isn't a kid anymore. He's capable of both incredible bravery and terrible judgment. The final scenes show the kids back at school, wrestling practice, normal teenage life. But they're different now. They've seen things, done things. They carry secrets that will stay with them forever. Jesse and his mom are back in El Paso in their new house. The GoFundMe miracle saved them, but Jesse doesn't know it was his best friends who really saved his family, and he never will. That's another secret they'll carry forever. Trap House reminds us that the war on drugs affects everyone, not just the agents and the criminals, but the families, the kids, the communities. It's a war that creates collateral damage on both sides, and sometimes the casualties are teenagers who just wanted to help a friend. The movie ends with Cody and his dad sharing a quiet moment. No words, just understanding. They both know what happened. They both know what it cost, and they both know they'll protect each other no matter what, because that's what family does, even when it's complicated, even when it's dangerous, even when it means carrying secrets that could destroy everything. That's the real Trap House, not the building where drugs are sold, but the web of choices and consequences that traps everyone involved. And once you're in, there's no easy way out.